Well, first this.
Oh, yeah. Powerful, motivating. Tell a friend, getcovered.com.
Well, you think Richard's a little over the top? Take a look at this.
Get covered.
There's a plan for every budget, so don't accept defeat.
Now you can get covered and still buy me treats.
Enroll! So come on, y'all, there's no time to waste. Cause we love you, we need you, can't say no to this space.
I always wonder what happened to the dog from Men in Black. I guess he's doing commercials. Anyway, Obamacare, literally going to the birds, the dogs, the cats. But despite this latest push to sell it, do Americans really want it? Enrollees in California, at least, having a very tough time finding a doctor to take it. Things are so bad, Dr. KrisHeld says, you know what, I'm out. Telling her insurance company, Aetna, she will no longer comply because the health care law fails to put patients first. She's with me now, first on Fox. And Dr. KrisHeld, you have no political axe to grind here. This is all about looking after your patients. What in this law, or what specifically with what Aetna was demanding of its patients, made you feel that was compromised?
Thank you so much for having me, Neil. And you're absolutely right. We as doctors do not treat political parties. We treat patients. And we are very saddened by what's going on. And the law really has divided us up into two teams. We've got Team Glitch over here. We have government, lobbyists, insurance companies, and hospitalists colluding. And then on the other side, way over in a small corner, you have doctors and patients really trying to survive as almost like an inconvenient afterthought of what's going on with all of the corruption and really dysfunction on the left. And I just decided I can no longer be an enabler to the dysfunction that is harming patients. And it's time to take a stand and switch over to Team Tough Love and Collaboration. You know, they really are making a false promise of doctor services, of health care, of medications, and they're not delivering. So when you go online,
what are your patients saying who had Aetna coverage, doctor? I mean, do they feel now they love you to death, but they can't use you?
Well, you know, the reality of this, Neil, is that people don't really understand how the corrupt billing goes. And in reality, if we had true good reform, my patients could continue to see me outside of Aetna. And really, it would save money. We would, instead of spending money on, you know, IRS agents and navigators and billers and bad ads, we'd be able to spend the money on the patients. There are plans for real reform that do exist, and my patients have actually been very supportive, and I hope will stay with me. It's very sad. I've had some of these patients for 15 years. It's been a very agonizing decision.
But you know, whatever your experience is, doctor, I understand that, but you're seeing this a lot. I've talked to a lot of doctors who say they just tell their patients, look, I'm going to direct bill you, you sort out the insurance mess, or you deal with it as you will, but I can't be bothered. Is that picking up steam?
Not. You know what? Yes, it is picking up steam. And patients and doctors, you know, we're not all doctors, but we're all patients. And we need to become educated. We're smart as Americans, and we need to know what's going on. When you get that bill, it scares you to death. But remember that that bill is part of the scam from Team Glitch. They have a thing called a charge master where they show you this very high bill. What you really pay is much lower because your insurance company negotiates a fee with the hospital. By the outpatient services charging higher than what the insurance does, they get to write off a loss, a phantom loss, and therefore stay nonprofit and not pay taxes. So all of the perks and favors and everything go to Team Glitch, whereas the patients get no tax benefits on these individual plans at all. In fact, they're penalized. And Team Glitch changes the rules all throughout the game.
What has Aetna told you, real quickly, doctor? I mean, has Aetna, was Aetna surprised by your decision?
You know, they called me after they received my letter. I'm still waiting to receive like a formal letter in response. I have had calls from my account managers, so I'd really like to collaborate and try to come up with good reform, not where patients are having high deductibles and paying more than if they had no insurance. And that's what's happening.
Doctor, thank you very, very much. We did reach out to Aetna, by the way, and got no response, and I should fully disclose Aetna is my health care provider, and I just understand my policy was canceled right now. Kidding.